Hey, we're live. It's Saturday. It's 9 p.m. over here in old Blighty. And that must mean it's time for another The War Room, brought to you in glorious 720p. I hope everybody's doing great. I'm joined as usual. I'm your host, Rough Swordsman Wargamer, joined as usual by ID Jester. No Nate, but we have a very special co-host tonight. We've got Dave from Dave's Gaming Cave. How are you, sir? How are you?
Hey, good evening. Hey.
Doing good?
Doing good.
And congrats, by the way, on your 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks to everybody that did that for me.
That's brilliant.
Everyone unsubscribe now. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get him below 2,000.
Thanks.
So we'll say hi to everybody in a minute. Let's get a chance for them to get in. We've got about 30 at the moment. So Jester, you sound a bit under the weather, you were saying.
Yeah, I've been sick for the last couple of days. I know probably some of you people recognize that I haven't put out a video in 3 days. And I'm sure everyone was calling the FBI to find out what happened to Jester.
Kidnapped by aliens or something.
He's either dead or he's been kidnapped, one or the other. But yeah, I was going to post a video today just saying, yes, I've been sick. So that's call off the dogs. I'm still around.
From my point of view, I don't know if it's anybody else's, but when you're not on, I go, thank goodness my credit card can cool down. So, But anyway, Dave, what you been up to? What you been playing?
That's a good question. I actually received Coral Sea Solitaire, but I struggled with that one.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Oh, I watched that. Yeah. I got the book game. I'm doubly confounded.
I don't know. I still on my table, but I don't know that I'm going to finish it or not.
You said though the book game was a much sort of tighter thing.
The video I saw on it on YouTube where they were playing one of the missions, it made sense to. I was like, now that looks cool. I wish they had transposed that into the board game, but they didn't. They went a different route, and I don't know. It's just not grabbing me like most games, you know.
That doesn't happen very often. That's good to know.
Yeah, it doesn't happen to me very often. You know, every once in a while I get one that's like, I don't really care for this, or
because like me, Dave, we love everything, don't we?
Yeah.
Normally,
I'll play a game and I'll get through it. But this one, it was like one turn. I finished the video, and then I was like, "What am I doing here?" And I was just like,
which is why I always have a little playthrough before I video it, because I don't want to waste anybody's time, including mine. But yeah, so you're not playing anything at the moment. You're still deciding whether.
No, the subscribers on the channel, I asked them, I still got a lot of games I like to go back and play again. So, any ideas for anything that you've seen from me, and I've gotten anything from Tiger Leader to
it's
Western Front Ace to,
Great. That's a great idea, because, we're always trying to put new content on the channel constantly all the time. But then people might want to say, oh, can you play a bit of Warfighter, or can you play, another go of Western Front Ace, because I enjoyed that. And we are here to serve. So, okay, I'll wait with anticipation and pleasure to see what you're playing next, Dave.
I find that for me personally, when I first started doing this when I first started getting into the solitaire board games, then the games were already a little bit older. The ones that I selected, like Phantom Leader, that was the first one I bought. It had already been out for a while, but when you're looking for a video, sometimes it's nice to find one that's a little more current, because there could be errata could be fixed, the rules could have changed some, there may be expansions, so it doesn't hurt to go back and have another round at some of these games.
Yeah, I think I might try that trick. It's this 10 games that you have to blooming put. That's the thing, isn't it? So we'll see how we go. Anyway, Jester, I know you haven't been doing a lot, but you have done stuff before.
I actually played
since
you
last week.
earlier this week, Ruff. I played Australia again, trying to get you inspired in that game.
It just doesn't do it. I know. I keep looking at it.
How does it not do that, man? It's got Cthulhu, it's got war, it's got.
I know.
Oh my God!
I don't know if
so
it's
good.
the look of it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just one of them things. Yeah.
Wow.
I know
I even mentioned you in the video. I'm like,
I know, and people
love this.
I'm going, stop it. I can't. I'm trying, but it's not for me. So you did a bit of.
It is a great game. It is super good. Cool. I really like it. So,
and that's a game you've played, obviously, before, and you've come back and played it again. So that's another thing we could talk about with our solitaire, because that's the subject today is solitaire games, our favourite solitaire games. And I don't mean solo games that you can play solo, two-handed, play solo. I mean pure solitaire games. And I know there's some people out there that don't like solitaire games, and that's fine. But there's a lot of us that do. And when we haven't got anybody to play with, then this is great to get out and have some fun. What was that? What have I been up to this week? Thanks for asking. Yes, well,
what have you been up to this week, bro?
Well, last night, me and Tony, it's been ages since we played a Friday night thing. We played Musket and Pike, and that you can play it solo, but we played it obviously face to face, and we were plodding. It's the first time we've played it, and we were not struggling, but we were looking through the rules. But thank goodness we had some great peeps in the chat that were helping us through it, and everybody seemed to enjoy it. And we're going to, hopefully, it's Edge Hill, the Battle of Edge Hill, English Civil War. And we're going to be playing that second part next week. So that's good. And Tony thinks as things go on with his masters, as that eases up and all that, we might be able to do a bit more on a Friday. So that was great fun. I'm still, if you're waiting for the second part of Skies Above Britain, don't worry, it's taking an age, and there's also a couple of bits reviewing it. It's like, Ruff does it again, so he's had to sort of re-video little bits just to make sure it's correct. But hopefully it's going to be out next week. And I tell you now, again, there's a couple of pilots in the fate boxes, so I'm not going to say any more than that. But the other thing that turned up, which I was quite humbled by, Thomas from Historic Wings. I had an email from Steve at Blue Panther saying, "Yeah, Thomas has earmarked some stuff for you. I'm sending it across to Second Chance Games over here in England, and they're going to send it on to you." And I thought, oh, great. And Thomas said, yeah, it was great. So it turned up. But what made me laugh was the box that obviously Blue Panther had packed. It had the address label on it. But look what it had on the box. Which I thought, oh, I'm famous. And this is what he sent me. And I'm gobsmacked. And he said it's a belated birthday present. So thank you so much. He sent me all the boxes for his games. So The only problem with that is I've got to get some unboxings done and over the coming weeks do some playthroughs. But I tell you what, as we're, our subject today is solitaire games, not only our favorites, but ones we're looking forward to that we haven't got, or we've got but haven't got round to playing yet. Now I've got the boxes and everything's in them. I think that's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy to say, okay, let's just get this one out and have a go. So that's what I've been up to.
It should be a little bit easier now, for sure.
Yeah, having all the counters and everything. But for now, we've got 50 odd people in. Let's say hello. Christoph. We've got Charles, yes, second. Christoph was first. Stephen Roberts, Aaron Armour. Well, funny you should use the word "working my way through," because a certain one of our favourite YouTubers had thoughts about the rule book, which is like this, big thick rule book. So anyway, good luck with that. It does look a good game though.
And Ruff, you keep mentioning how the War Room is getting more and more famous.
Yeah.
And every week we get mentioned here, there, and the
Oh,
everywhere.
go on then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll come back to you in a sec. You've got some news. Go on.
No, go ahead. I was just going to talk about while you're going through the list of people.
I'll do that then.
So if you guys watched the Player's Aid, they did a video on a review of the Plum Island Horror, and they mentioned the War Room and myself because I played it with them at Buckeye Game Fest. So I thought that was super cool that they remembered I was part of the War Room. They mentioned the War Room and they mentioned me and they talked about us. So thanks to the Player's Aid for that. And yeah, be sure to go and check out their video and tell them thanks.
And Stuka Joe is actually flying in the second in the next upcoming Skies Above Britain, shooting down, funnily enough, or trying to Stukas. So how ironic is that?
Yeah, I just did a mission with Historic Wings game.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas.
And Stuka showed up on the live stream, and he was rooting for the Stukas to shoot me down.
I know, he's terrible.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm rooting for the Stukas.
I know, rotters. But yeah, thanks from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Oh, blue sky. It's been nice. It's not been as hot. The last couple of days been a little bit hot, but nice today. Andrew, Mike, Stuart, Hart, Mike. But you're flying as well, Mike, in the second episode. I keep getting your name wrong. The thing is, because it's my mates and it's subbies and it's YouTubers, I keep getting the names wrong. So I hope you forgive me. But we get there in the end. I may be asking, depends what happens. I may be asking for other people to see if they want to be on the list for pilots, because you never know.
You're going to need some substitutions.
I think we might. It's starting to heat up a bit now.
Orlando, Richard.
Yeah. That's just down the road from you, isn't it?
Yeah, like an hour away. Yep.
Oh, of course, you're coming into your winter now, aren't you? Ha ha. That'll teach you to live in an upside.
Yeah, we had Wise Guy on last week, and he was looking at snow, remember?
I know, it's crazy. Crazy. Can't get my head around that. Groucho, I think you're flying in this mission as well.
That was crazy.
Oh, Rob. Yeah, you got right. It's not raining here yet. It's been overcast, but it's not been raining. And congrats from Mike, Dave.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, you're saying.
And Charles.
Yeah, well done on that. Well done.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know, that other people inspired you to say, hey, I can do this.
I'm not getting political, but I did see it, and I'm thinking, yeah, okay, good luck.
I got something nasty. It's really bad.
Yeah, looks. You don't look good. Guns of Navarone, good film. Evening, Kevin, Edward.
I probably would have missed it, but I knew how badly you needed me. So
of course, I would have sent the boys round to drag you out of your sick bed and prop you up in your chair. There we are. Somebody else.
Yeah.
If you've seen Dave's latest video on the Coral Sea, the book game that's been turned into a box game, but they've messed about with it by the looks of it, in between it being a book game and a box game. So, oh dear.
Yeah, COVID.
Sometimes more is not better. I'm telling you. There's been many times, and I think I'm going to have this as one of my topics coming up, where I purchased a game that an expansion or an add-on or something for a game, and it ruined the game for me. It adds too much overhead, or there's some mechanics or whatever, and it's like, why did I spend all this money on this expansion that just ruined the game?
Herman's game, wasn't it? The second edition zombie game was brilliant, and they brought out the third edition and changed everything, and it's not as good, so people say. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Another good solitaire game there.
Fortunately for us, fortunately for us in wargaming, there's not really that many expansions that come out. I mean, there's a few, but there's not.
Well,
Like every
unless you
Euro
play-
game that you're going to have
unless-
2 or 3 expansions for every Euro game.
unless you play Warfighter, eh, Dave? So,
Right. Then there's expansions all the time.
Dave, have you tried the
So Grace and Fire, that's either my wife's daughter or my son-in-law. It's probably my son-in-law on using that one, but so thanks for joining.
yeah, for sure.
that's great. Nice
Have you
to
tried
see you.
the fantasy one, Warfighter Fantasy yet?
I did not play the fantasy one.
People aren't liking that as much for some reason.
No, it's been really bombed bad, and
I think, you.
I've gotten
and
it
I
up
think
twice and set it up, and after 20 minutes, I pack
you
it
go.
away, and I'm like, I'm done. I cannot believe how bad this game is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should stick to what they know. I think.
It's. I don't want to spend 3 hours to learn a game that it shouldn't take me but more than 10 minutes to learn.
Yeah.
Very hot Prague. Yeah, it's been a bit overcast here. Prague's somewhere me and the missus want to go to. It's on our bucket list. Oh, we got a tornado heading Stuka's way. I'm saying the first one, no. The second one, I'm saying nothing. But there are 2 pilots in the fate boxes. That's all I'm saying. They may survive.
You could be in danger.
I'm not even saying if it's you. It might not be you. So it's raining in Belgium. Yes.
It seems like it's super hot or it's
Yeah.
rainy and cold. It's like
Yeah.
everywhere in the world is really bad.
Right.
E4M, and he's flying. So we'll keep getting his name mixed up. It's the red and the green ones, even though they've got red and green on the blocks of wood. Being colorblind, it's like I look down quickly and I'm
Hard
thinking,
for you, isn't it?
yeah. So anyway, we get round it. I just apologise. Yeah, everybody's saying that. Yeah. Shame about Coral Sea because I was looking at it.
Corey
As well.
was my wingman last time. Corey kept me protected last week.
Yeah.
So thanks,
I'm
Corey.
not
for
saying you
looking
have to
out for me.
wait. It'll be out because I've made a couple of mistakes and I've had to re-video a couple of bits just to make it so it's correct. And you forgive me for that. It's just taken age because I want to make the best videos with the limited equipment I've got for people to watch. So it means stopping that, zooming in, doing that bit, coming back again. So it takes time. So thank you for being patient. But it'll be out next week, I'm sure. Oh, right.
Oh, he got his most fearful sacrifice. Nice. I know he said he ordered it last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. He mentioned he was getting it. That's awesome.
Oh, right. So special at Second Chance Games. Right, I think I've caught up with everyone. Crikey, there's six. Thank you, E4M. Yeah, you are flying. Yeah, 60 people already. Look, we've only been going 20 minutes. Look at that, crazy bonkers. But thank you. So today's subject, just to reiterate for people who've turned up a little bit later, is your favorite solitaire war games, not solo able games, but pucker solitaire games that have just caught you, just grabbed you by whatever it grabs you by. And also other games you're thinking of playing that you haven't got, or you have got solitaire games, but you haven't got round to playing them yet. I know I've got a ton, but there we are. So there we go. We'll do that a bit later on. Now, I've got a bit of a confession with this history malarkey. This is the first time it's happened, and there's virtually no history today. Nothing happened.
Really?
Nothing happened.
on June 29th?
Huh?
On June 29th?
Yeah, just nothing really happened. Some really obscure stuff and some planes crashed, but I didn't want to put that down. But nothing in World War II. Nothing big naval wise. Yeah, just about it's one of them things. So we're going to have to
Well,
talk
I
about.
think you're going to be very surprised on the games from 420 down to 411. There are probably 4 games that I think are going to like floor us that they're that low.
Oh, right.
I think it's like these are games you definitely had heard of and definitely are going to be like, wow, really?
Hmm.
Like in the 400s, really? Why?
Funny you should say that, Eve. Funny you should say that.
Eve, what's going on, bunny?
Yeah, it's good. Good to see you. So, what should we talk about?
What's your definition of solitaire? Let's look at that.
Oh, okay. It's a game that has been designed specifically.
For one.
What you drinking there, Dave?
Oh, it's a cranberry hard cider.
Oh,
Right.
oh, what's a hard cider? Because you see, we just call it cider here.
Yeah, well, it's hard cider's got the alcohol in it.
Yeah, we just call it because cider's cider.
Yeah, I go
Otherwise,
down.
we call it
To Tennessee.
apple juice. We call it apple juice. Otherwise,
I go down to Tennessee. There's a couple places down there where I can get it.
you're ill. Yeah, I'm drinking a nice bottle of Pinot Noir. So lock and load.
Yep.
And I'm drinking water.
You're not allowed to drink. You're ill.
I had 2 bottles so far.
Good for you. And it's good news about. I know there's been a bit of a hoo-ha about lock and load stuff, but it looks like it's finally coming. And yeah, they've been through a bit of grief. But anyway, that's going to be mentioned when we talk about our games. But Solitaire, a game that's specifically designed for one person, nobody else. It's a game that you play, nobody else, specifically designed for one person, not a bolt-on solo bit on a 2-player game, which a lot of games. And
So not really a 1-2 game. It's
No.
just a 1, right?
Right.
Yeah. okay.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, even though things like Skies Above the Reich and Storm Above the Reich do have 2-player options, I'm not sure. I probably think that Jerry put them on to make it a bit more, people that play 2-player games will play it. I think it doesn't need it.
No.
It doesn't need it. So, but it's even like I want to talk to you about some of the games you've played. And Atlantic Sentinels, Dave. Your thoughts
On what?
Atlantic Sentinels?
Oh.
I looked at that. I'll tell you what. I looked at that and I thought, it's. I know it's the hunter thing, but it didn't look anything different. I just wanted your thoughts before I get it.
That's what I said at the end of it, right? Where I played Silent Victory. It's very much like that. So, you travel from zone to zone. He's got a few things built in, depending on which side of the Atlantic you're on, for air cover. But it's very much like that, except that in Silent Victory, you have a lot more detail with your submarine and the hits and what's going on. It seemed to be a lot harder to sink a submarine with your depth charges because it took a lot of hits to get them to sink in the game. And I'm not sure, how realistic that really was, but it was very much, it follows along with the typical Gregory Smith, some of his games.
That's what put me off. It was much of a muchness, a similar thing.
Yeah.
And again, why I can see why he's done it. Greg has made it so somebody can play that game and somebody else can play the Hunters.
Exactly.
I just play a different game. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's very much you can tell as soon as you start playing, it's very much a Gregory Smith game.
Whereas Western Front Ace seems a little bit of a different fish.
Different there.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, can you get a copy of that, Ian? No, like hen's teeth. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Get drunk, wrap yourself up.
I've been trying that for 2 days. I've been trying. I had sweatshirts on and everything.
Funny you should mention that, Rob. Yeah, in magnificent style and castle litter. This again. Oh, yeah. Western Front Ace. See, I was saying there are people that don't like solitaire games. They think, why on earth are you sitting there on your own playing a game? It's a completely different experience playing a solitaire game, in my opinion, compared to playing a face-to-face like I did with Tony last night. Completely different experience. So I think if they have a place, and I love them, and we love them. That's why we had this subject for tonight, because we're all we play a lot. Well, let's put it this way: we play a lot of solitaire games.
There's a lot of advantages. I did a video in the top 10
yes
to play solitaire, and when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
If you don't like downtime, play solitaire.
Yeah,
it's always your turn.
Or if you're trying to find or arrange a game with somebody, and I know Dangerous Dave, he's part of a Monday night club in London where they play. But if they're not playing the game you want to play, when you come home on a Monday night, get a solitaire game out.
Yeah.
Well, if you like dice chuckers and tables and charts, which I do when I'm in the mood, nothing wrong with that. They're the game for you. Behave, not yet.
Behave, Combat Commander.
Yeah, that's another one. I mean, that's on their sort of Kickstarter-y thing again. It's an old game, but that's been brought out again. So,
yeah, that's the sub World War I sub game.
Yes. Right. So, yes, he has to plug himself, doesn't he, old Mike? You know what I mean? It's terrible.
It's all right. It's all right. We don't mind him plugging his stuff.
Of course we don't. We're looking forward to it, Mike. And also, yes, you're quite right. Yeah. Jerry White, amazing.
Absolutely good.
So you've not been playing. This is not having a go, because you have been playing lots and lots of games, but you've not been playing many war games.
Who are you talking to?
Jester, sorry. Who do you think I'm talking to?
That's not true. I played a bunch of war games. I played a whole bunch for the anniversary of D-Day. I played like 4 games in a row. Played Normandy 44. I played Undaunted Normandy. I played Tide of Iron, your favorite game.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, no. Let's see. I just played. What else did I play this week? I mean, look at my list. I'll tell you what I just played.
You're scrambling around for titles. Come on. put down the non-war games. How many of your 10 games have you played? I'm not having a go. I'm interested.
Probably around 5. I don't know for sure.
Well, I've played 5 now, so watch it.
I played Australia. I would consider that a war game. What do you think? Well, have you ever played Australia?
I haven't.
No, there's something about it that really, I don't know what it's not having a go at the game. It's just.
I played Tally Ho. Just in June. Let's look at just in June.
All right, good.
Right? I played Tally Ho. I played Conflict of Heroes. I played Undaunted Stalingrad. I played Normandy 44. I played. Let's see.
No, that's great. That's great. It's because you play.
Tide of Iron. So I played 5.
Yeah, but that's great.
Here's the problem. I play a lot of other games, so the war games
they get lost,
get condensed out. Right?
Yeah, they get lost in the thing.
Right, because according to my list, if I look at June alone, I played 35 different games in June. So when I play 4 games or 5 games in the war games, it doesn't seem like a lot.
You got a 30-odd games played.
I got 35 total games. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. All right. So, yes, I understand what you're saying.
No, it don't.
I do try to get them in every once in a while.
That's good. No, that's good. I know there's too many games. I mean, I've got a lot of non-war games I could play, but I've been struggling playing games anyway because of the time. Just seeing what people have put here. What we got? We got. Oh, right. The Horns of the Buffalo. That was what. That's what's his name, isn't it?
I don't know that one.
That's the Zulus, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
The Horns of the Buffaloes. They called their sort of flanking movement.
Oh, okay.
I think, could be wrong.
I don't know that one. I don't know.
Somebody else playing Undaunted. Thomas, better late than never, mate. No worries. Oh, they playing. Oh, God, it's the Euros, isn't it? Oh no. Oh. I'll have to put my Philly hat on in a minute, or me Baltimore hat on.
And Dave, I know you do some of the sports stuff because we've done the golf together and with the Game Caddy, and you actually was mentioned you the other day when he was doing a live stream. But have you? I know you play some of the sports games. Have you played?
That's what I mean. E4.
Have you played this one?
No, I have not played that one. You like that one?
That's a good one. It's a good one.
I saw you playing that, but we can't. That's not available at the moment, is it? I'm not sure if I like it.
It's not a print, so I mean, it's just it's going to be one of those things.
Thanks for that.
It's a good one. It's a deck building, very easy to understand, very easy to play. The AI runs really smooth. It's really good. Check out my play if you're interested. I know you do the sports stuff.
Yeah, I did that.
I know you did that racing game.
I did that Formula Race 90.
Racing,
yeah, that was a lot of fun. That's a tough game when you let the AI have the faster cars. It's hard. Then it really gets hard to beat it.
Is it the best? Is it the best, Jester and Dave? Is it the best?
Happy baseball.
ABBA? No, it's not the best.
Don't upset our chat, Chester. Be gentle. Be gentle.
It's not my opinion. It's not the best. It's one of the best, but it's not the best. I do like ABBA. I have many good moments with ABBA. But
again, it's another. They're all rabbit holes, aren't they? There's lots of you've got to get the teams, haven't you? So
yeah.
Well, I mean, once you buy the game, you got to buy every season you want to play. So
yeah,
there's only 119 different seasons of baseball. So.
Is that all?
Yeah, at $120 a pop. They don't,
Yeah, we'll get there. I'll have two of each just in case. Yeah. Stalingrad, Advance to the Volga. Again, that series, that's Revolution Games, isn't it? That series again didn't appeal to me. It looked a little bit not simplistic, but anyway. But this is just my thoughts. Combat,
yes. Kind of just him hauling around. Maybe what we should do is give our suggestions for ones that we would like to get into playing sometime down the line.
Do that now.
Want to do that now?
Yeah, let's do that now.
All right. So I'll go first.
All right. I'm just going to go through the chat because I'm trying to keep up with the chat. So excuse me if I miss out.
Yeah, you can flip that on. So one that I'm really interested in playing, and I know this is going to be right up at Ruff's alley because he's played it recently on his channel. And it's got that great solitaire narrative to it, is Combat Explanation Points. I don't own that game because of the cost.
It's a lot of money, I know.
I've been more than happy to not get it up to this point, but after I saw Ruff's play, I'm like, man, stop it, Ruff. Stop it.
Good. I'm glad it's a bit of payback. My only regret with that game is because of what was happening in my life and the cat and everything, I couldn't finish the playthrough. But I hope it did enough to convince people.
It did. It was like, I'm going to have to get this. Fortunately, I'm going to have to get it. So
the AI is like freaky. It's freaky. It seems just to work, doesn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
You seem to know what you're doing, even though
it's a great design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to getting the expansion when it comes out, which is supposed to be.
That's a standalone. The third volume is standalone. It's the only 1 and 2. You have to have 1 to have 2.
Right.
Yeah, it is expensive, but.
And I heard him mention. I heard him mention Thursday night that they were actually going to do one in the Pacific.
Oh, really?
They've been saying they couldn't do it, and everybody kept going, "Why not? Why not?" And then
I think it's because
Bill
of the
Thomas just kind of blurted that out, and I caught my attention.
Well, I hope they do. I think it would be really good. Yeah, so that would be my honorable mention or my most
What do you
looking,
want to play in the future?
most looking forward to, purchase and getting. I've had Combat Explanation Point in my cart several times. I just never pulled the trigger. So maybe one of these days I will.
Yeah, and I think I don't think you'll regret it.
Yep.
But it just puts people off the price.
It's a way to play tactical solo, which is my biggest problem. That's
yeah. You don't have to think, because that AI will mess you up big time if you know. I was lucky.
It is a pretty big footprint.
Sorry, Dave, go on.
It is a pretty big footprint though with that game.
Yeah.
You know, it takes time when you're videoing, so you got to have it out for a while usually.
Also, I played the first one. That was only sort of 3/4 of a map. And that just about got it on. But yeah,
is there a vassal mod?
Sorry,
is there a vassal mod?
There could be. I haven't looked for one.
Could be, but I'd rather get it out and play and move them and curse and jump up and down. But yeah, I Compass Games, are they okay? I don't know what they're like for vassal mods.
Well, they don't sell a vassal mod. They don't sell a vassal mod, but I know there's people out there that have made vassal mods, but you got to have the rules and stuff on your own.
It is a tough game. This is one I love. I love the games, but I'm not videoing them because I tried it once and I'm colorblind and that's all it works on. So when I play it, I do fiddle about with it. And Jester sent me Omaha. So I've got all the 3 by Butterfield. And I do get it out and fiddle around, because if I make a mistake, who's there to care? Yeah, if I get a color wrong, And for people that aren't colorblind, I go, but it is. It's a blooming big deal. Anyway, we get by.
That's one game that
I know you sent it to me because you got frustrated with it.
Well, I can see I can see why people would like it, because it allows you to do all this cool stuff and play it. But it was a lot of work, man. It was a lot of work. Whew. It was a lot of work.
And it's very hard to win, like in real life. It's just a bonkers game. So that's yours, Dave. Something you want to play, you haven't owned, you don't own, it's coming in, or you've got it and not got round to it yet.
Yeah, there's 2. One,
one. We're gonna go. We got to. Yeah, there's no history. We've got to work up. Well, there is a bit of history, but
there's 2. One of them is Stuka Ace, that's coming out. That Tony had the advanced copy like a year ago. Him and Zilla Blitz, I think, both ran it. So I did the pre-order for it then, and from Lock and Load, and I see that they're getting ready to start shipping from China, I think. So I'm looking for that. Maybe I'm hoping mid or late August.
Looking forward to that and World at War 85. The new one. Hissy, by the way, I'm playing Skies Above Britain, and you're one of the pilots again. You're in both editions. So yeah, good grief.
And then the other one, you'll love this one, Ruff. It's Warfighter Vietnam.
Yeah, but this is it. I love my Warfighter. I really do. But it is a rabbit hole. And I've got the World War II one.
Right.
I've got most stuff for that. I haven't actually got everything. I haven't got the tanks or anything like that. Because I went, hold on, I've got enough to and even my modern, I haven't got hardly anything in that, but there's enough of that to keep me busy. And and the Pacific, I've got most of the Pacific as well.
Yeah, I just couldn't pass up the Vietnam era.
But because you said that's one of your favorite eras,
I love that era
in history. So yeah, I just left it alone. I thought, no, I can't. I haven't got the room to put it. I've got enough. World Warfighter to last me.
Oh, I do too, but I just
I know. Just got to have it. I've steeled myself.
I think the system would be good for Vietnam.
Yeah, I think so. But
and there's I don't know if you guys are familiar with there was a series. They were a book game, and they were a physical book, and it was World War I, and there was they were the aces, and it was like the Powerhouse and the Rotaries, and it was a 2-player game. So each of you had a book, and it had drawings of the plane. You picked your maneuver, and it sent you to a page number, and it showed you the other guy's aircraft, what angle you were at.
Oh, there's a World War One. Aces.
Yes.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
dad had
So-
that. My dad had that.
Yes, so mine did too.
It's
we
weird
played it
because
a
they've
lot.
reprinted it now.
There,
But it's not
I
solo.
did the Kickstarter. Man, they have made the art on that beautiful. And I
I
did
know
the
it looks great, but
Kickstarter
it's
on
not it's not solo because you can't go. Let's see
No.
what they're doing. Okay,
Yeah.
let's pick this book up and no, it don't work.
But I went in and did it more for nostalgia than
Aces,
anything. Yeah, Ace of Aces.
Ace of Aces. Yeah, I remember that.
And
Yeah,
it was they were lovely covers on the little books, but they were
Yes.
sort of black and white, sort of line drawings.
yes,
Yep.
exactly.
They've upgraded it now, so
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that whenever it comes out.
But it's not solo, so you can't talk about it.
Sorry. Broke the rule. Have to take a drink.
In the naughty corner. Drink some more cider. Right, what have I got? That's I tell you what I have got coming that I'm looking forward to playing. This is what I was talking about in the green room. Is that for some reason Legion Wargames are sending me a Glorious Chance.
I did that. Yeah.
And you've played that, and that's what made me think I like this.
Yeah.
And weirdly, Randy from Legion Wargames said, I'll send you a copy because it'd be great if you can, play it because, again, it's a very obscure subject.
Yes.
And he wants to get rid of his copies. So, so I'm looking. I thought, oh, great, because it's ships, which is my thing. It's 1812, I think, is the the War of the Lakes and all that sort of thing going on. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And how did you find the rules?
It's
quite a complex game, isn't it? Quite complex.
I worked through them okay. The game's pretty challenging. So, sometimes I like a game that can be pretty challenging, and sometimes I just need something slick that I can get in and play.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to chuck dice, look up on a table like Gregory Smith games, and just have a drink and just have fun. Sometimes, which is why I like, and one of the ones on my list is a designer that does thinky solo games. Yeah,
Right.
They're heavy, and we've mentioned one of his games just a few moments ago. So and I like Gina Willis. She thinks a little bit out the box.
Oh, yeah.
She's the one that convinced Jerry White to do Skies Above Britain when he said no, it can't be done.
Right,
No,
right.
wait a minute.
I remember that.
She went, hold my beer. So and thank goodness, because what a wonderful game that is.
And she actually commented on my videos too. So she gave me some pointers and some tips or corrections when I did something a little wrong, So
And that's wonderful because we're not going to get it right, Dave. You know what it's like videoing and
it's the
playing.
hardest thing in the world.
Look at me. I've had to go, oh, God, and go back and re-video that one, plop it in and go, I hope that's okay, guys, just so it's correct, So, but that's what I'm looking for, to a Glorious Chance.
Yeah.
That's on its way as we speak. I can't wait.
Cool.
Jester,
Yes.
what else you got that you're looking forward to? Or do we, I'll tell you what, let's have a think. And I'll tell you, I'll do my little bit of history. There's not a lot. And then we can either do your games.
Okay.
I have got a couple of Nate's Notes books, if you want me to mention them. So I could do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, let's do the history.
I'll be right back.
All right, I'll do the history while you're gone. All right. Yeah, he's not very. He's suffering. Poor love. Poor thing. So anyway, 29th of June, as I was saying, there's nothing much was going on for some reason, but 1664, Charles I of England defeated a parliamentarian detachment at the Battle of Cropredy Bridge, which is near Banbury in Oxfordshire. It was the last battle won by an English king on English soil. Now, weirdly, me and Tony played an English Civil War game from Musket and Pike. We played the first battle, Edgehill. Cropredy, I've been there. I went there many years ago. A band called Fairport Convention, folk rock band, used to have their festivals at Cropredy. And, it's like in a big field. So I went there many years ago, walked over the bridge, actually. But then I didn't realize the significance of it. So, yes, that's today. And then we have to whiz forward to 1950. The USS Juneau and USS de Havilland fire the first naval shore bombardment of the Korean War in the vicinity of Samchok, Korea. And then the last thing I could find, apart from some really obscure stuff that nobody would have heard of, or planes crashing and things, is 1963, the first flight of the Saab 105. Let me show you that, because it's quite a cool.
Okay, get your
Here we
magnifying.
go. Yeah, say your normal thing, you guys. Yeah, it's going to be all fuzzy and yeah. There we are. Look at that. Look at that. That's cool. Now
Looks
that
like a toy.
huh?
Looks like a toy.
No, it's a smart-looking airplane. This Saab 105 is a Swedish high-wing twin-jet trainer aircraft developed in the early 60s as a private venture by Saab AB, which is like the aerodynamic bit of Saab. The Swedish Air Force, which had opted to procure the type for various roles, issued the aircraft with the designation SK-60. The SK-60 entered service in 1967, replacing the aging de Havilland Vampire fleet, which is the one with the two sort of poles coming out the back of it with the tail. The Swedish Air Force bought 150 aircraft, and another 40 were exported to Austria, designated the Saab 105O, I think. The Saab 105 is the aircraft used by the Swedish Air Force Display Team 60 and was formerly used by two display teams of the Austrian Air Force. So it was officially introduced 17th of July 1967. It was retired by the Austrian Air Force December 31st of December 2020, was retired by the Swedish Air Force, and I hope this is right, last week on the 18th of June 2024. So the status is retired in military service, active in the Swedish Air Force historic flight. So produced from 63 to 72, and 192 were made. And that is it. I am disgusted that there's nothing going on.
That's it, huh?
That's it. That's all I could find. They're crazy. Don't do it again, history.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to have more important things happen.
Yeah,
we're having the show.
More death and destruction, please. So, so let's have you got? Are you ready to do yours, Jester? Because I really enjoy it.
All right.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Number 420.
It was right. They're formally retired. So it was right. Yeah, last week. Okay, sorry.
So this week we're doing 420 down to 411. I got my screen shared for it here.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, sorry. There we go.
All right. So number 400 is 420. South Point, Flashpoint, South China Sea, 2020-22. 1 to 2 players. GMT Games.
Again, this is a game that we can't include because it's not solo, but it's solo friendly.
Yeah, it looks like a good one. I've been meaning to get this one.
That's Harold Buchanan, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not very hard. It's a nice, easy game to play, and that's great.
Yeah, very easy.
Yeah.
It's got, some Euro mechanics in it, and yeah, it looks really good. So I was a little surprised that one was
so low.
So low, yeah. I thought that would have been higher. I think that's going to be one that surprises you guys. Number 419 is this one, War Machine. Came out in 2003.
Just going to pop in there. Look, the missus. Watch out.
Yep, driving
don't
home.
do anything you shouldn't. All right, the missus is listening.
Yeah. He's doing good. He's doing good.
Yeah.
So War Machine is a Warhammer.
Oh,
miniature
Warhammer,
game.
right. Okay.
Yeah. No big deal. Yeah. Number 418, Quartermaster General, Victory or Death.
Now, a lot of people play this and love it. I don't think it's a bit cartoony for me. Have you played this, Jester?
I've not. I've not played that one.
Dave, have you played it?
No.
It's got little miniatures in it, I think. Little, a bit like
Kind of like Risk, yeah.
but there are. It's got its fans.
Yeah, it looks,
Thing is,
it looks
that's
fine.
weird. It's quite low down, but Flashpoint is out of stock. Weird.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah,
This
there's
is a
lot of,
big shock here coming
for it.
up for me because this game, the Russian campaign, 4th edition, this was the big boy in the block up until, GMT released the other one. But man, to be this far down the list was quite a shock for me. I thought this would be in the top 200.
But Compass Games released that version again a couple of years ago. So maybe as you get higher up, that version, the Compass version, might be higher up on the list. Maybe.
It could be.
Maybe.
I mean, I had this version because it had the
Yes.
foldable map, not the mounted maps, but it was like what's that? Not the paper maps, and they weren't mounted maps. What's between those two?
You got like the card maps, yeah?
The cardboard map,
Yeah,
kind of like that. I always thought that was pretty good.
Stuka likes it. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, I mean the counters and everything look great. I'm surprised this was this low. I really was.
But again, as I say, because it's the original one, and this one, see, again, it's another one that's going to be re-released.
Elf Highway, Operation Martin Garden, 1983, 2-player. It's a Butterfield game.
Yeah, I think it's being re-released. Not sure who by. It might be. Is it Decision doing it? I don't know.
I thought it was Decision, but I could be wrong.
I could be. Yeah, I could be wrong.
That was another classic right there. Number 415 is Barbarossa.
That's just been released.
Yeah. I'm surprised this one's this slow too.
Is Center been released? I know. Not sure which ones have been released of that series.
I don't.
Yeah, there are lots. There are lots of solo games, Christoph, that GMT have published.
It's a monster one, that's for sure.
And
I figured, it works with these other two, Armored Group North and Armored Group South.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm not if that's not one of the ones that haven't been released yet.
It's I mean, it looks good, but I would have thought this would be higher too. But I guess they can all be higher.
Same here, Thomas. Same here. I was playing different games. Yeah.
Number 414, Quartermaster General of the Cold War.
I was in New England Syndicate, right?
Looks like a Euro game, to be honest.
Ooh, it looks very sort of 80s, the sort of games I used to play as a kid, as a young man.
Let's see, when did it come out? 2018. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Looks interesting.
Yeah, not heard of that one.
Then this is the biggest shock. You thought these other ones were a shock?
Yeah, go on. I'm sitting down. Oh!
Yeah, I told you. Old School Tactical Volume 1 is 413. Fighting on the East Front, 1941 to 1942. I love Old School Tactical.
I know. It's a game system I've yet to play, and because everybody rates it.
How can this one be this low? I don't understand it. What's wrong with you people out there?
Well, I think there's more people that play Root, maybe, possibly.
God. I was very, very shocked when I saw this one on the list. That's crazy.
I am, yeah, a little bit like, what?
Yeah, I told you you're going to get your socks knocked off. Great game, great system.
It looks great as well. Great components.
Yeah, I mean, talk about big, hunky, chunky maps, pre-rounded counters. I mean, what else could you want?
Mounted maps. Yeah, I think I agree, Mike.
Here's another one. Downfall.
Oh, that's supposed to be GMT's biggest. That won an award, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
It won a Charlie. Now,
Yeah.
I think if our American friends knew what the word Charlie means over this side of the pond, they may change that. They may not use that anymore. Maybe because it has a different. Look at the Charlies on that is one way you could use that term.
Yeah.
But it's game of the year, wasn't it? Yeah.
And last but not least, Terrarachia 2015. I don't know anything about this one. Looks like another point-to-point area control. Looks interesting. I'd get it. I'd play it.
What was that one? Because I was looking
Look
at the
how
chat.
little
Oh,
this
right.
one is.
No, right. Okay.
Just a little tiny map too. It's just like
Yeah.
a little. It's like a take it on the go type box. There you go. I told you this week it was going to shock you. I told
Yeah,
you.
and it did.
There you go.
Just going to put this up. Yeah. Hissy, I'm all in for about that as well. I've ordered the previous one. So yeah. Although, yeah. So
The new Nemesis.
I've gone all in. Yeah, all in.
You got all in?
Yeah. Well, apart from some of the miniatures. Yeah.
Was it the Revelation one?
The Awakening Realms. The one you didn't like it. You got the mat for it. You got the it's the Alien. one.
I know what
The
it is.
Alien
I
one,
got
yeah.
it. Yeah. I got the
So,
lockdown one too.
I'm sorry, I've gone a bit bonkers on that
You've gone all in, huh?
because
Wow.
I love it. So yeah, game of the year, crazy.
Downfall.
And
Yeah, well, you guys got to get it.
number one.
Here's the thing: if you want your games to be, you got to get on there and vote. You got to vote for your games, man. You got to rate them. You got to vote on them. That's how it's done. If you don't do it, they don't get any ratings. They don't get any. I'm fighting through an illness. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's doing good. I don't know. If you like that sort of thing, it's not for everyone. You know, I don't think Jester, because you played it with Phoenix, didn't you? I don't think you were over enamored with it. Which is fine.
It's true, but I also ended up buying the
You're terrible, Jester.
lockdown one.
Wow.
Because I got it
that's
on
the one.
sale
That's the one I've
for like
got.
$90.
That's the one I've got. But I
So
wanted
I'm
the
like,
original
I'll
one, the
just
one
get
you've
that.
got.
It's only 90. How bad can it be?
Yeah. I've only spent 350 quid. Hey, you know, it's just, geez. Yeah,
I
love
play
the
solo.
thing, yeah.
I played solo, so it should be. It should. The new one's going to be a lot more alien.
Oh, the new one, yes. So
The
yes.
new one's more aliens as
Yeah,
opposed to
and it's
alien.
It's the first one was set on the sort of ship, so it's not aliens, but of course you think it is. It's set on the ship, like the first Aliens was. The second one is set on a Mars base, which is the one you've just got now, and they can sort of link together. And then the third one is when they come in to sort them out. When the Marines come in to sort them
The
out.
Marines are coming, and they're. If you want combat, that's the one for you.
You want it?
That's
Bring it
all
on.
about-
Yeah, it's that sort of thing.
It's all about shooting and killing there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and they did that. I could order the first one, so I've ordered the first one as well. But there we are. There we go.
Did you order the first one?
I've got it on this Kickstarter. Yeah, I ordered a new one, and you could do. They go, "Oh, do you want the original one, by the way, Ruff?"
Oh boy.
Go on then. Go on then.
Original one too, huh?
Yeah, the one you've got, the first one.
Oh boy.
Right. Okay. So let's go back to what we're hoping to play before we go to our top sort of 5-ish games. Dave, anything else you're looking forward to?
No, nothing on the horizon right now.
Sorry?
Nothing else on the horizon right now.
That's no bloody good, is it? You've now brought it to a complete stop. What's going on?
Right.
Okay, let's frame it this way. What game would you like to replay that you've already played? your top,
Yeah,
the one that's itching, the itching ones. So if you're not got anything else, when we come around again, we're going to ask for the ones that you've played that are sort of tickling you.
Yeah. So I'm actually thinking about. Actually, today I've been kind of thinking about either. I have an expansion for Zero Leader for the Flying Tigers, and I never played that expansion yet. So I was thinking about going back into Zero Leader, playing that with against where you play against the Flying Tigers, see
Right.
how I do on that, and then you'll see when we get to our other list. But I want to go back and restart a campaign with combat again too. So if I get into this lull where I don't have any new games, then I have time to play a lot longer series.
I'm with you there. If I get time, because I had to finish it early, even though I think the Germans were all running away.
Yeah.
So I think it was pretty of a done deal.
Well,
I get a lot of. I'd love to do it again.
I get a lot of comments on my channel that they like that I do complete campaigns or the series that they can see several games of.
That was my idea. I was going to do the complete thing, but yeah. Anyway, bloody cats and life. Yeah. But yeah, I loved your playthroughs because you did a couple of them. Of the first volume. Yeah. But there's so much. There is so much stuff in there.
There is.
Volume 2, you've got tanks and everything. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So yes, okay, bit of combat. I'm with you there. Yeah. Jester, what are you thinking of that maybe? All right, let's put it this way: something you've played already, or something you've got not played. Or
all right. So being sick has really made me think about. Well, the last time I was sick, I was playing a game called Nemo. You remember Nemo? I would love to play Nemo again. And I always been like, hey, I didn't really do this game justice because I was sick. Like the first episode, I was not sick, and it was great. Second episode, I spent half the time blowing my nose. And so I was like, oh, this is just
that's the good
great.
thing about not doing live. If you've got a cold or you're coughing or you burp, you can pause the video or cut it out. You could do
right. So I thought, what I should do is go back and play that game when I was sick last time and give it some due justice.
But not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Maybe soon, but not at the moment. Yeah.
Is it a war game?
I don't know. I mean, there is a lot of shit combat and a lot of you're doing a lot of combats.
I know Tony loves it and I know you love it and it's quite respected as a game, but yeah, okay.
I mean, it depends on what depends on what your definition of a war game is.
And that's as long as a piece of string.
Right? That's the problem. Is it a war game? I don't know.
Who cares?
For area control, but there's also your ship-to-ship combat. You have modifiers on your different things that you're using. So, I mean...
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing. It's a game. It's got a bit of war, got a bit of combat. Fair enough. That's your definition. That's good enough for me. I think, is that correct, directed to you, Dave?
I don't know.
Pacific Tide.
I don't have Pacific Tide.
Oh, right. So, sorry. I thought you played it. Sorry, Cardboard Commander. Nobody's got it. So.
Pacific Tide? Don't know.
No. Second edition. Might get that when it comes over here eventually. Just because, it's a dice chucking, chart reading piece of malarkey that if I'm in the mood, we love, don't we, Dave?
Yeah.
And Jester, yeah, I mean, yeah, Ace of Aces, yes.
So that's my son down in Texas.
Oh, this guy.
Nice to meet you.
So I bought him the Ace of Aces Powerhouse series a couple of years ago for Christmas. Got it off eBay, and him and his wife play it.
Great. Yes, if I get it for nostalgia as well because it reminds me of when my dad got it. So.
Yeah. And I think his wife's beat him a few times too.
Well, of course, they're much better at these blooming games than we are. That's why we don't like to invite them on. They're just too good. Now,
so Ruff, what about you? What do you have? I mean, Dave did one and I did one. Okay. Do you want to do one?
Let me do this one. We'll talk about dog boats. Have you played that one, Dave?
I did not play Dog Boats. I did the first one. Trying to remember Devil Boats.
Devil Boats.
Devil
We'll talk
Boats.
about that. But anyway, this is on my list, but I haven't got around to playing it yet. And it's been mentioned a few times.
There you go.
I think there's a few sort of not problems with the rules. There's a few sort of things that need clarifying.
Yeah.
I
got into a couple of them when I was doing my playthroughs.
Yeah. And you did it as well. And Timothy Phelps has done a playthrough of it as well. And he'd come across with some of the problems. But yeah, I think, but it's a long game. And I know Mike Berticelli doesn't think much of it, but, and it goes on and on and on and on. Yeah. It's quite a long thing. I think Tim did about 30 videos on the game. Something silly like that. So if I play this, I might do a patrol or do the shorter I think the British one's a bit, or the Dutch one's a bit shorter in this. Yeah. I can't remember. But yeah, I just because I love my sub games. I love anything in water. So yeah, that's there. Have you pulled the pin on that one yet, Jester?
Yeah, I've got it. Still in the shrink.
Yeah,
I got it. Still in the shrink.
It's
on my list, so I'm trying to do it.
Again, it's a bit of a dice chucker, a bit of a looky up on tables and things. But there is a little bit of stuff you have to decide where you're going to place, where you're going to put your submarines, and they've got to come back and repair, and they take time. So yeah, that's. I'm looking forward to that one. Just checking. Oh, Devil Boats, Dave, because that had a bit of a bad thing from another YouTuber who did the world famous chuck it in the bin thing.
I played it a couple times and did a video on it, but it didn't grab me like some of the other games I've been playing, with the sub games and stuff. Yeah. I just didn't quite get as involved in it as I did with those other games.
Right, good. You've saved me money. Thank you, David. Right. Let's see, John, we're having to think around.
Yeah. And I think that's why I never went with Dog Boats or any of the other ones, because the game works fine. I just didn't. It didn't.
Yeah, I looked at it when I watched you play. There was something. It's like Atlantic Sentinels for me. It's like it's just like
yeah.
But Christoph says he sent you an email.
I don't
look. We're getting old, Christoph. We get a bit we forget things.
Yes.
So no,
I got another mention. I have another mention.
If you wish, I'm just going through the chat. Yeah, hello. Oh,
yeah, that's a great game too.
Yeah,
it's another one I got to learn and get out, and it's on my list to do this year. So yeah, I'm hoping to get it done this year. So
I played that whole scenario. What I like about that one is you get to do all the searching and everything, and that I really that there's that element of surprise in there where you're going to find everything at. I mean, and what it is when it turns up. So
here's another one of my favorite designers, because it's a solitaire game, but it's got a bit of thought into it.
Yeah.
It's not just a dice chucking look up, which are great, which I love, not having to go at them. But I'm saying this is one.
And he does it's a great teaching rule set, because you play this piece, you actually play this piece of it, then you tack on the next step, and then the next step, and the next step, and pretty soon.
Well, that goes back to, have you got the original Carrier?
No.
Because that did the same sort of thing. You learn a bit, play a bit, learn a bit more, tag that on. Yes, great. Yeah. It's not on my. I should have put it there. Have I got it there? I haven't got it there.
If you're going to have a more complex game, you need some of that to help learn the game.
Yeah, we don't mind, and it's they're a bit of a rarity. The actual more complex, crunchy, Butterfield does it. The guy from who's also designed one of the other ones that's on my list that I loved. I can never remember his name because it's like a ski sort of ski name. They're thoughtful, crunchy, bit more to them. That's what I love. And bit crunchier, is it? Because another one is Picket Duty. I'm thinking, oh, do I get that? I mean, Tony's played that. That's the kamikaze planes coming in to your ship.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if that's just another target for today. Lots of charts, lots of dice throwing, which I love. It's just, do I need another one? Let's have a look. Just looking through the chat here.
You need another one? Of course you do.
Oh, they're bringing out the original, are they, Mike? Right.
The new version of Carrier. Ooh.
Right. I've got the old one that I made myself.
Did you see they just released this is kind of off topic again. They just released the companion to the Greatest Day. The Utah Beach one.
Mm-hmm. No, good.
Because
I know you like
monster game.
Yeah, it's just
for
silly.
GTS.
Yeah.
I think it was like something like 18 counter sheets. It was $290 or something crazy like that. Pre-order. $265, I think, was the pre-order. And crazy. So Todd was Todd, the man I got from, right? So he was posting comments and everything on people's videos that were doing an unboxing. And he's like, I wonder where mine is. And I posted a comment to him. I said, I called MMP and told him to cancel your order since you didn't need it.
And
he got a laugh out of that. So
good. I'm glad he got a laugh. Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, you are in Silent War, Dave. You are the commander of the submarine fleet in the Pacific, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you've got all the subs in the Pacific. You are in control of.
Right.
It's not a single sub. No.
No, it's the whole battle.
It's a strategic game.
Yeah, it's about positioning and moving things around and resources, and I would think.
See, this is the other one. What about this? The Schnell boats.
Yes, it's in that same series with Devil Boats.
Yeah, that's a shame. I want a bit more oomph to it, because I've got those games. I've got the Hunters and Silent Victory and all that. Oh, hold on, here we go. It's
Yep, I remember that now.
You remember now, do you? Okay.
Yep. So that's why I think I need to go back and redo that, because I think I messed up a little bit on in the very beginning of it.
I think I did okay in my playthrough. There just wasn't enough of it, unfortunately. Yeah. So
it was in the rolling for where they start their first mission at with the patrol or something, and I think I messed that up and I didn't do it quite right. So that's why I think I want to go back and redo that. Hey ho,
YouTubers,
Oh yeah,
you gets what you gets. We do our best. So, what else are you thinking of revisiting, Dave?
Oh, for me, I still have Stuka Leader. I still have several of the expansions left. I haven't done the Mediterranean yet, and the later years. And on a Spruance Leader, I still have the Carrier module left to run on it. So
do you know what? I've got Spruance Leader, and I've got all the other bits and pieces with it.
Yeah.
What's put me off is I'm saving up my money to buy some printer ink to reprint the rule book, because Dean Brown did the updated rule book, and I think I'm just going to print that out before I play it, and then play it. Same sort of thing that happened with his B-17. I think they had to redo the rule book.
Yeah,
great games. Not knocking them. Great games.
And Spruance Leader was a lot of fun. I played them all, and I liked the sub expansion because it takes you back to Red Storm Rising that came out in the 80s. With from Tom Clancy's books and stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's
I think it's all subjective. It's subjective. Now that's the thing. The leader games, they're churning them out like the Warfighter. They're bringing out this one, this leader, this leader, this leader. Are they different enough to warrant you keep spending your money on them? Or they just put another sort of costume on the rules.
I think
Chuck did something different. Chuck did try and sort of make it a bit more. He
changed it, right? Yeah. When he went from Corsair Leader, then he got Zero Leader, and he added all the maintenance and those things that add a little bit more thought process to the game. and I think if you can get to the different eras, right? So
Yeah.
I like the Phantom Leader, and then I like the World War II in the Pacific in that one. Now I've got Stuka Leader. I did not sign up for Mustang Leader because I got a feeling it's just the other side of Stuka Leader, right?
Or Corsair Leader or whatever, So yeah.
I'd like to see something from Korea on that, maybe.
Maybe,
Or,
yeah. Or a modern, but they did bring out a modern one, didn't they?
there's a modern that I did the Kickstarter on, but I think it's still way out there somewhere.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I love my Corsair Leader, love Zero Leader because I've got both sides of the coin there.
Yeah,
and that. I think that's enough for me. I think that's just checking the chat. That's one of your favorites, Jester, isn't it?
Yeah. I was going to mention that one, but it's not specifically Solitaire, so I did mention it.
Right, fair enough.
You
can play it Solitaire solo.
I really, really like that game. It is so much fun. I've actually had it set up like a week ago, and then I put it away because I wanted to get something else on the table, and maybe I was getting sick at the time. I don't remember, but it was, it's such a great game. I wish. But
again, not solitaire. This is the thing. The word solitaire and solo.
Solitaire, no.
They're different, yeah.
It's 1 to 2 players, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, 1 to 6 players, actually.
Yeah, lots of people can play it. Leader Series, Field Commander, Warfighter, Fantasy, the exception. Another one. Worthington Siege Stage series. I like those. I've only got the one at the moment, which is Malta Besieged.
So I think this is where you run into a problem when you mention we're going to be talking about solitaire games, because again, that's why I asked your definition of solitaire.
Yeah, no, that's
everyone's definition is something different.
Yeah, no, you've got solitaire and you've got solo.
Right.
So, and solitaire is what we're talking about. These are one-person designed games. Flying Tiger Leader. Oh, yeah, they're supposed to be bringing out the American Civil War one, weren't they?
Yeah, that's one of their Field Commander games.
Yeah.
They did the Kickstarter on it. I didn't do that one either.
And that's why, again, I'm a little bit... I know they've had a few personnel changes at DVG. See, when I dealt with DVG, Sarah was there.
Yeah.
And she was fantastic, really was.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm not going to
Not even
going to mention it.
Yeah, no. Nate's book. Let me do that quickly because these rotters, and also when I put that book I got the other week on Tack Up, this one that I got for next to nothing. I forget who it was, and apologies, but they're giving me other suggestions, and I'm thinking, hold on, I've had to pack all my books away. And they're going, oh, I have this one, Ruff. This is a good book. This is a good book. But on that same subject, because I do love my naval, and you've played Flying Colours, Dave, haven't you? So, good game. I've got that come in. These Nelson's Fleet Trafalgar, because that's his big moment. I've also got this one come in, Nelson in the Nile, because of this game, which is about, Bonaparte trying to take North Africa. Yeah. So I thought, I'll get something to read. What I'm going to read them, I don't blooming know, but yes, that's why I got that. Again, next to nothing. These books you can get for next to nothing. They're maybe a few years old, but I think I spent £8 on them. So stupid money. Yeah.
Really
so that's my little Nate notes. I won't do it justice like the man himself does. So I'm just looking. Oh, yeah, I haven't got this one. People love this. Have you got this, Dave?
Yes. Yep. And I got the expansions for it too. So they had 2 or 3 expansions that add some ground troops and some of that to it. But that's a fun game. That's another one I'd like to go back, and I only did the one video series on it, I think. But I'd like to go back and hit that again too.
Valiant. That's the David Thompson series. It's loose. See, I've got into trouble with discussions about this. It's States of Siege, but called Valiant Defense. Similar. You're stopping things encroaching, aren't you?
Right. It's like Lanzareth Ridge and
and
soldiers in postmen's uniforms. I have those two.
Pavlovs and Castle, which I love, but they're not quite in the list yet. Yeah, great ones. I'm looking forward, weirdly, to Jerry's new one about American Civil War submarines. Go figure. What's all that game? What? Just because it's Jerry, Funny you should say that, Hissy, because we mentioned that, didn't we? When you had your little video saying what you want to do. Yeah. It's a good game.
Yep.
You fool.
Oh, he backed
No.
Yes. Oh boy. He couldn't help himself. He couldn't help
No,
himself.
you can't. I just like the game. Just seeing if there's anything there.
They get you with that FOMO, man. They get you with that FOMO.
I know. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason this game hasn't got a lot of that game I just showed you, the Bonaparte's Eastern Empire, hasn't got a lot of traction. It's a UK company, and it's, I think, because the map is very brightly coloured and it's an area map, and hasn't, I think, a lot of proper Napoleonic players that will go, oh yes, no, that's no. So we'll see. I'm going to hopefully try and get it on the channel in the future.
Yep.
Steam Ambrose on Pegasus Bridge. Yeah. Right, that's it. I've caught up. Who we looking at now? I've got a couple more that I want to play. Of course, you've done it, Dave. It's on my list of 10. It is.
Oh yeah.
Western Front Ace. Can't wait.
Love that game.
It's a heavy blooming thing. It's
great.
There's
so many planes in there.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I know it's a Greg Smith game, and it's again dice chucking, but there's a little bit more to it.
Yeah.
So and people like this one.
I saw an interview with him on Compass Games, and he said that's the first time they have so many different playing cards in there. He said that's the first time that his artist knew more about the subject.
That's what he was, because we had him on the show a year or two ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
And he was talking about that, and he got talking about the artist, and he said, "This artist, I just let him, he knows everything. I just gave him free run. That's why there's so many blooming planes." He said, "No, you can't have this plane because it had this on it, and this one that didn't." So
exactly.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of fun. You can play the different nationalities. Belgium. You can fly in Italy. I mean. So it really makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that one.
It's an expensive one, though, to be honest.
Again, it's like Combat and Compass Games tend to be a bit expensive, but I thought, sod it. You only live once. I know. I'm paying for it. I'm going to be paying for my credit card bill is like everybody else's who plays war games. It's like, how much? Don't tell the missus. So, it's crazy, but I'm glad I got it. And hopefully that will be either next or the one after. Depends.
Yeah, you're going to have fun with
that. Again, expensive game. But my goodness, Cardboard Commander, fantastic. But, it's a Butterfield game. And as I will mention again, possibly later on, that it's the guy he's writing solitaire games, designing solitaire games that play like 2-player games. They are, there's something about them. They just unbelievable. So if you could afford it or put your pennies away, save up and get it, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I've done a playthrough with Stuka's cards, which are a godsend. The only thing about that game, people say, we don't need the cards. But in my experience, that the rules are a bit higgledy-piggledy, and they don't have an actual sort of playthrough, what do they call it, a sequence of play. So the cards are great for that.
Mhm.
And you're mad.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a big one there.
Because you can combine the two, and I'm thinking you're bonkers.
Do not mention it anymore. I cannot resist.
I tell you what, it's
Great artwork.
whoa, great artwork, and I don't want to put you off. But yeah, it looks. I haven't played it because I can't
Hey,
tell.
it's like I said, you only live once. You might as well just buy it.
Yeah, Tony's played it. Dave's played it. A few other people. Poindexter's played it.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody seems to love it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Over here, the same, Christoph.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So who's turn on things we want to play? Is it you or me, Jester?
Go ahead. I'm going to get my other box out. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the other one I've just done an unboxing for it. And Dave, thank you very much, you rotter. Is Storm of Steel. I know it's a dice chucker. I know it's that, but it just looks fun.
It is. It was.
And I did have a bit of a thing with this. When I bought it at PunchCon from Second Chance.
Uh-huh.
And when I got it to do the unboxing, the cards were sealed, but there was some missing for some reason. There's 24 event cards, but there's only 20, I think. And some of the snooker cards were missing. Weird, because it was sealed. Anyway, contacted Second Chance. They contact Compass. A couple of weeks later, we got them. So everything's tickety-boo. My only thing with that is, and I may mention it in the video, is they don't appear, and Joe has seen the video and he's great, this sort of thing. Like he commented on yours, he's on the thing with it. Is that there don't appear, in my opinion, to be enough variety in the event cards. And a lot of the event cards don't apply because it happens when you're on your way home. And it's about the target. Maybe there's some sort of copyright thing, but if you'd have done a similar thing to the event cards on the DVG, outward and homeward, we could have much more variety. So that's my only thing with that. But I'm looking forward to that. That's Storm of Steel. Have you got that, Jester? No?
Do not have that one. No.
Again, it's Compass. I'm turning into a Compass lovey.
Yeah, I hear.
But it's like, lots of stuff. Right.
All right. So my next one, again, you can question whether it's a war game or not.
I don't care.
I'm
drinking Pinot
Noir. Call it a war game. You guys tell me if it's not or not. Also,
Yes, I love it. I like that game. Yes.
Yeah, I think this is a great solitaire game. Awesome resource management, card manipulation.
Okay. It's a war-themed game. Let's leave it like that. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Obviously, a lot of Euro mechanics in it, but man, this is probably in my top 20 games of all time right now. This is a really good game. That's solid. And I owe it to you, Ruff. Again, this is twice now.
I was sent the prototype by
the
guys and played it. And I know they've tweaked it since then, and they sent me a copy, and I did an unboxing. To my shame, I haven't got back to it. It's just, geez, But it is a good game. I thoroughly enjoyed my playthrough. Yeah. And look, Tony. Yeah. Yeah, Christoph, buy it now. You won't be disappointed. Storm of Snooker Joe. Yes. Oh, he's just sent you something to show.
Yep. I'm getting ready to share it now.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I love the map. Right, here we go. What's this, Mike?
There it is. There's their RAF and
you
guys above Britain.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to see how the two would mesh together, two different systems.
I think what happens is as they come in, you then switch to
that makes for a long game.
Tactical. Okay.
Yeah.
So one's like the overland, and then the other one's like the zoomed in map. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's
both,
cool.
Both great
Yeah.
games. Yeah, wonderful.
All right, so that was my Halls of Hegra.
That's cool. It's cool. Yeah, okay. That's a fair comment. Yeah, they're saying they want. It's great. It's good, Thomas. It's good fun. It's hard because it's again like a States of Siege game. They're all coming at you. You can't stop them. Yeah, Stuka agrees.
So I won on my very first try, and I decided I was never going to play it again because, I'm undefeated this way.
Hold on, let's just see. Who's next?
I'll tell you a game that surprised me was 8th Air Force.
Oh yeah, that's that. No, sorry, I'm pissed off. Sorry, they won't send it over here. It's not on Amazon over here. So I can't get it. But go ahead. Go ahead.
They had the first edition, then they updated it. They updated the artwork.
I'll be listening. Hold on. I'll just
went to a second edition, and I hadn't done anything with it. I saw some guys play the first edition. I was like, yeah, okay. I wasn't real big on it. But then the game designer emailed me and said, hey, I saw your channel. I think you really ought to try this game out. So I bought it, and I ended up really liking that game. It's a simple, again, sometimes simple is nice, right? Mm-hmm. It's not overly complex, and I lost the game on the last turn. But I learned things as I was playing that if I would have started out doing that, I probably would have done better. But that's a game you could go back and play again and have a whole different result again.
Yeah, for sure.
So
awesome.
I liked it better than 20th Air Force. 20th Air Force was a little different challenge because you got to bomb the cities, then you got to hit the major industrial targets, then you got to change into the terror bombing and stuff to try to win that one. So it's a little different strategy for that game. But
sorry about that. Right, back. So yeah, again, a little bit miffed because I can't get it over here. So
yeah, it was fun to play.
Yeah, and Tony got the first edition of it.
Yeah.
And they've improved it since then. So
yes.
Yeah. All right, quickly, because we've got to get going on our top 5. We'll have to whiz through them. But the last one I'm looking forward to play is English Civil War game, Cruel Necessity. Everybody says it's great, but it's like bonkers to try and win. So I'm looking forward to that. Another sort of Worthington States of Siege game. Right, should we do our top 5?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, just because look, it's an hour and a half gone. Crikey.
Yeah.
Let me just check the chatty poos.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you're right. It's yes, go for it. Yeah, not in any particular order if you don't want.
I'm not doing them in any order. I'm just
me neither. They're just my top 5.
Boom, right there. Tally ho. It's great game, great system. The designer, he's okay. He's an all right kind of guy.
He's all right. He
bumps in. He leaves you these messages that are like 12,000 pages long, trying to explain what you did wrong. But it's still a great game, great system. And I highly recommend if you don't have any of these games. I can't wait to try the Mag 23 one. It's gonna maybe come up sometime soon. I don't own the other 2 yet, but
I'm looking forward. Now I was blessed by Thomas by getting all the box games. I'm looking forward to it because I just opened the box to play it. Dave, have you played any of them?
I have not played those.
They are good, fun.
So if you haven't played them, I'll just kind of greatly go over. They're basically a book game. You got to order the books separately.
Yeah, these
you've got to get the box game from Blue Panther, and that has the maps and the counters and everything in it. Yeah.
Although you can print out the maps and the counters and make your own.
Sure.
So it's a super good game. I had a little bit of rules confusion, probably because I was getting sick. Who knows? Tommy came up and left this huge long post about everything. and explaining everything. So now I'm good to go. I think I've got it all figured out now. So that's my number.
They're bringing in their number
5.
5s. We've got soldiers in postman uniforms and Night Fighter Ace.
Yep.
Dave, what do you reckon? One of your top 5 games.
I think out of mine come out of the Leader series. I really like the Leader series, but I think probably out of that group is I really like B-17 Leader. It plays well. You can play the shorter campaigns, or they've even got it so you can play the whole war. So
I tell you what, though, it's a great game, but it's a hog, isn't it? It's a hog.
Yeah.
It's a table hog.
Yeah.
Great game.
It uses a lot of strategy, and you really got to figure out where you're going to send your bombers to, and how many to send, and all that. And then they have some add-ons for the city bombing and stuff. So.
And another game that starts off, okay, here we go. Oh, this is all right, and then suddenly, bang! It's
oh yeah,
it gets a bit daft. Oh, we got the whole 5 there. What we got there? Thomas, Silent War, Hornet Leader, Schnell Boats, Phantom Leader, and so he likes Schnell and Devil Boats. So there you go. That's great.
That's it. Yeah,
that's it. Yep.
My one. I'll tell you what, because I was thinking back about games that I really sort of enjoyed playing, and weirdly, Warfighter isn't on here because it's been such a while since I've played it. So I've lost the sort of so but I've got to get that back. But I'm thinking, I tell you what, I really enjoyed. Also because of why I got how this game turned up is Mrs. Thatcher's War.
Nice.
Tony sent me this as a present, and because it has a special place in my heart, and it's a great game. Of course, it's the Falklands, and it's a great sort of States of Siege, Ben Madison game. So small footprint as well, little a small map, and Blue Panther printed for White Dog Games. So love it. Jester.
All right, my next one.
Let me just catch up with the old doodah. Silent War, yes. Advance the Volga for E4 Airmen. Combat, yes. The Hunters, yes. All good ones. That's what they say. I'll find out. Oh, really?
Fields of Fire.
Really?
Yeah, Fields of Fire. I've been relearning the game. I'm getting excited about the new release coming out.
Me too.
I've had this. I've been studying it. I'm ready to jump on the bandwagon. I think it's going to be. There's a lot of content in here, especially with all the expansions and everything. So I think this is a good one. I think it's always been good. It's just been difficult to understand the concepts. So hopefully they're going to clarify that with the new.
That's going to get better.
So we will see.
Another one for D-Day at Omaha Beach. I mean, there's so many. I mean, it was very hard, to do stuff. Yeah, there's so many brilliant solitaire games. So, great. Who's next?
Back to me, I think.
Dave, okay, mate.
A big fan of the Gregory Smith games, and I have several of them. I think my favorite, of course, is Western Front Ace, but also along with that is Silent Victory, because that was my first. I love those submarine games, and I played a lot of that.
Do you prefer? See, a lot of people won't play the Hunters or averse to playing the Hunters because you're playing the Germans, they're playing the baddies.
I've
got it as well. I've not played it yet. I'm looking forward to playing it because you're playing the Yanks, and it's with their silly daft torpedoes.
Oh, that's frustrating at the beginning with 50 or more percent of your torpedoes are duds, but it's great when you get a hit, though.
You punch the air. See, again, Snellboat from Charles, an America bomber, defending America. Lots of Greg games there.
Yeah. I never had a problem.
Oh, they're all Greg games. What am I saying? Oh, no, Snellboat's Greg?
I never had a problem going to the German side, to play the Hunters or something like that. So
No, I don't. You just I thoroughly enjoyed, and it's one of the most watched videos on my channel. Is the Hunters series? It's just silly daftness. But yeah, okay.
Because you were live.
And it's the only time I went live, never again. Anyway, anyway, my one is something I'm playing at the moment, and I'm thinking, wow, what a game!
Oh yeah,
it's got to put it on. It's just brilliant. Playing Spitfires. We've got all my mates playing it. I'm getting the names wrong, getting the game wrong, but I'm still having a fantastic time, catching most of it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, with the help of the comments. But yeah, it's great.
Yep.
Just looking. We've got that E4M and Waterloo Worthington.
All right, my next one is going to be Tiger Leader. I can't get the box down because it's way over there.
Hold on.
I liked it so much, I bought 2 copies and sent one to Ruff.
And here it is.
Oh yeah, it's a good game.
I mean, they've got. To be fair, they updated the rules. It's not probably just up. Some of the cards are updated. I think I've got those in here as well because of the expansion. For me, and this is just me talking, the simplicity of this system.
Yeah,
Tiger Leader. It seems like every other game in the Leader series they try to one up themselves every time it adds something new, and I don't like that. I like the simplicity of this one. Just give me the bare bones fight. That's all I'm here for.
Ooh.
So,
submarine game from Thomas, and you prefer that to? Have you played? You've played Corsair Leader and
the Corsair Leader once. I haven't delved into them enough to really, but I've played them and I've read through the rules and I haven't even looked at Zero Leader. I was going to play it the one time and then you started playing it.
Oh well, but yeah, give it a go. But yeah, you like your Tiger Leader.
I like simplicity now. I'm not into the super complex.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't call Zero Leader is quite not complex. If you can play as a leader game, you're halfway there, aren't you, Dave?
Oh yeah.
With any of them, really.
Oh,
apart from Dean Brown's games, which are a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
The B-17 and Spruance, they're like, he didn't sit down with Dan and say, he said, "Oh, this is it, take it."
Yeah.
So yeah, RAF, yeah. How was American Tank Ace, Dave?
It's different from the other Gregory Smith games. I found it pretty challenging too. He designed that, if I remember right, from Patton's Best.
But I've got that, and that's what I've got. I can't. Yeah.
And Patton's Best was pretty complex for the rules and stuff, where Greg Smith simplified it some and got it down on American Tank Ace.
I was going to put that in, but
all right, Dave, what's your next one?
So this one's probably be a surprise for you guys, but red, white, and blue race.
Yeah, there you go.
Are there any German tanks in that?
No.
I don't care, Dave. Whatever it's a solitaire game.
This is a game that simple to play, replayability's there. It's pure solitaire game. It's dice rolling. You got to roll the dice and read the results, but I have fun with it every time I play it.
Anybody that watches this afterwards, not our family here, but anybody who watches will be clutching their pearls going, "Oh my God." So I tell you what, nobody has mentioned Mike Lambo games, which is he's churning out a load. I don't own one. I don't. But again, they're very popular. Yes, right. Me, old one. I was thinking something with a bit of thrutch and not just a dice chucking, looking up on tables. It's got to be this. I love this. Tokyo Express. it's even playing the standard game. It's like, it's great. And I want to get back and maybe on the chat one day we'll do the standard game. I did the sort of easier, if you like, version of it. But yeah, this is what I call crunchy and thoughtful. This guy just, hasn't done a lot of tables and dice chucking, which I love. This is you're playing against somebody else when you play this. This is how good it is. Yeah. A bit like combat. Feels like you're playing against somebody else because of the AI. And it's the same with this.
Yep, for sure.
So that's it. Jester.
All right, my next one is probably one of my all-time favorites, The Hunters. Yeah. I was going to do it last time, but then you guys were talking about it, so I was like, let's take a break from that one. So it's my favorite game of the system. Again, for the simplicity stakes. I don't know. I haven't played the new Western Front Ace. I mean, that one looks good, but it's expensive.
Again,
but
yeah.
I love the Hunters. I love when we did our little competition. I love the story narrative. I love everything about it. It's so good.
Yeah, it is. It is a great game, and I had one of the most enjoyable. We played it as a sort of challenge, the three of us live, and that was great fun. And playing it. It just tells a story in your head, Right. So, and it was. I remember mine vividly. We were sent out to the coast of Spain in the Mediterranean. They said, we'll get a bit of sun, boys, and they're sitting on top of the submarine, chugging along on the surface, and there we go. They were sunk. Anyway, so, it's a great game. And this, which target for tonight is the sort of daughters of that original game. Yeah, he's brought Mike has done everything. He's done not just World War II. He's done space. He's done ancients and all this. It's everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, Hunters, Germans, Silent Victory, Americans. You've both got dodgy torpedoes, not as bad as the Americans. There was a bit of a kerfuffle in, over the torpedoes because the torpedo company going, no, nothing wrong with these. Right. Until they tested them and they went, yes, there is. So, but yeah, if you don't mind playing the Germans, Hunters is great. It's on P500 at the moment, I think, still.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Butterfield. Yeah.
All right, Dave, you got another pick for us?
Yeah, what do you got? I think we're down to the last two.
So I saw B-17 Queen of the Skies. Yeah. And that was one of my first solitaire board games that I played way back in the day. So now, target for today. I like that. They upgraded it. It's an upgraded version to me of B-17. The thing that I've done is I went out on I think which one. Oh boy.
How long's a piece of string? Yeah.
Yeah. For target for today, I went on BGG though and downloaded the modified hit tables because I found they actually did the math and fixed them between Queen of the Skies and target for today, because target for today had a lot of hits that didn't have any effect. So I went into and used the modified hit tables, and it makes it closer to Queen of the Skies. So I really like that, but I like the bigger playthrough for the target for today. And then out on there, B500 is the B26 game. Yeah, that's supposed to come out. I don't know when it'll come out. I've been signed up for it for almost a year or two, but blimey. I think it's not this year from what I can tell.
Yeah, and again, a dice chucking, table looking upping game.
Yeah, it's
great narrative. Great narrative.
You have to love the narrative, and you're you get involved because you have a crew that you're trying to have survive. So
yeah, I haven't had a chance to play Warfighter Christoph as much as I want to. So yeah, is it me?
Yep, it's you.
Look at this. For really good solitaire games like we've been talking about with combat, with the AI, the thoughtfulness, the thought that's gone into the design of the game with combat and with things like Tokyo Express is...
oh yeah,
it's a fantastic game. And I wish I'd play it more. But yeah, 3 games in one. There is a 2-player version. I don't think anybody plays that. But you can play the Germans or you can play the Brits. And yeah, just the AI. You don't have to do anything. It plays itself. You just have to make decisions, what you're sending up, how quick you're getting this information in, that the raid's coming across, and do you panic because it's late and you've got to send up things, or do you wait because it's like they get fatigued and they're stressed, so they can't do, they have to rest, and it takes time for them to land and come back to their airfields and get proper and ready to fly again. Fantastic game.
Yep.
I'm so glad I didn't buy that. That was bought. That is an expensive game. It was bought, I think, Christmas present 4 years ago. Yeah. Did a playthrough. Fantastic game. Who's next?
Well, that would be me, but Dave already is taking all my thunder because I think
doesn't matter.
First of all, he gets the same chair as me. Then he plays every game that I play in order. And yeah, so I think he just wants to be a junior jester, I think is what he's trying to be. But yeah, my number one, I was going to go get my playmat because I love this game so much I made my own playmats.
Go for the Brits first, Hissy, I think. Otherwise, you'd be traitor. No, play the Brits, I think, is my opinion.
No,
yeah, no, it's
I don't know where it is. It's over there somewhere. It's a playmat I made for it.
Stupid money, but if you can get it, get it.
Yeah, target for today. It's so much fun, and whatever everything that Dave said. It's just great, great time. And I don't use these other charts.
No,
but
I
I've seen those charts, and I had always thought, I wonder how much difference they would make. Because it does seem a little simple, but then again, I was playing with like Ruff's doing. I was playing with all my friends and stuff, so I didn't want bad things to happen to them. So I didn't use the good charts. But anyway, that's my number one target for today.
That's my thing with target for tonight, because it's the Brits, is that they're the errata, and also they're saying that the charts aren't quite historically correct, so people have brought out different charts because the fighters never went head on to the night bombers. They always come from behind. So the charts reflect that. So I'm still waiting to get those charts done. But yeah, I love target for today. Bought that very early on, played that a lot before I got my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm with you there.
Cool.
Right, Dave, is it yours? Last one?
Yep. The last one for me, probably no surprise, is combat. And it's just... I played when I got that first volume. I think it stayed on my table for 3 months. I played almost every scenario through there and videoed, more than at least one, but maybe more than one of them. But that was probably the one. It's a great game that came off of. It's kind of like Ambush on steroids a little bit, but the replayability is great in combat, where in Ambush it's not. Because Ambush has that card system that's going to be the same every time to reveal what happens. So once you play it, you know what's going to happen. In Ambush, you don't know because of the dummy counters and things.
Yeah. Cardboard Commander, have we got your YouTube? Put your YouTube channel up in the chat there for us, so people can come and join if they haven't already. Because he said, I will put it on my YouTube channel. Well, put your YouTube channel up here and let's get some peeps along.
Yeah.
All right,
Is it
well,
me?
you got one more for us?
Well, he stole my thunder as well.
Oh, he's so good at that.
A rotter. Combat. I've never. I mean, I love my REF and I love Tokyo Express. But this AI, because I played it a few times before I actually videoed it, it's like it's possessed by the devil. It knows what you're doing before you do it, and it sort of moves, and it's very, very clever. Again, very expensive. But even if you get this one, there is so much game in here, isn't there, Dave?
Oh yeah.
They'll keep you busy for months and months and months and months.
Yeah.
Just because if you replay the same game, of course, the devil won't let you play it again the same way because this AI will be completely different.
Right.
And you'll have to change your tactics. So I love this game. Just shame it's so expensive. But there we are. That's I think it might be my number one at the moment.
Yeah.
But there we are. Combat! Exclamation mark.
Beating out Panzer? Really?
Yeah. No, it's not Solitaire, is it? We're talking Solitaire.
Well, I know, but I mean,
No, it's solo. I
one.
play it solo, and there's Solitaire rules, but no, it's not a pure. It's the Solitaire rules were sort of added, which work well, but it's not a Solitaire purely designed one-person game. So that's why it wasn't in there. Same as Atlantic Chase, because it's a two-player game with some solo Solitaire added on bits, which I love, but I didn't include it because of that, because it's not just a one-person game like the others I've been mentioning. Blimey, that's it. Look, 2 hours are gone. We've had 60-odd people watching this nonsense, and we thank you for that because it's been absolutely brilliant. What's coming up? Oh, yes, if you haven't already, can you please, because I need all the help I can get, smash that like button for a rub for you, because, I need it. I need it. The old algorithm, tickle that algorithm for us. So smash the like button. That would be wonderful. 60-odd people watching, so smash it. Dave, what you got coming up? Anything coming up in the next week?
No, I just got to figure out what to put on the table next and get started.
Because of what your peeps have asked you to play, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Look forward to that, by the way.
Okay.
Jester, what you got? I know you're feeling rough. If all things being equal, if you're good, what are you thinking of playing?
Concordia is what I'm probably going to be playing next. It's got a great solo mode. It plays great. There's tons of different maps you can purchase. I just bought all the extra maps and add-ons, so probably going to be playing that. And then after that, I don't know what I'm going to be playing. It's probably going to be a day or two before I can get over this still. So it'll probably be a couple more days before you can even see anything.
Well, that's fine. Look after yourself because we're not getting any younger, are we?
No.
There's Cardboard Commander's YouTube tag or handle there. So go along and have a visit. I think I've already, I'm sure I've subscribed to that. Thank you, E4 Airman. Just going through the chat for the last time. Oh, good. Yes. Okay. No, I think you'll enjoy it. Watch Dave's, and if you want to watch my playthroughs to get an idea what goes on, then I think you'll love it.
Thank you all for coming out and spending some time with us today. We do appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks for having me, guys.
No, you're welcome. There we are. I got a subscriber from Thomas.
Tell that wonderful lady of yours she's doing a great job and she's entertained, and I love watching her run on the. Maybe
was talking about Dave. We were talking to Dave about this. Maybe we should. One of my subjects should be how our other halves look upon our hobby. I mean, I'm lucky. I think it looks like Dave's lucky. I think you're lucky too, Jester, because otherwise she would have gone, "Get this crap out of here." So I think we're all pretty good. But it'd be nice to see how other people hide their game purchases and other things that go on with their significant others. But that's for another day. Oh, hold on. Dave's Gaming Cave.
Yep.
Put it up there quick, Dave, if you want.
Well, I'm not connected that way. But that's it. Dave's Gaming Cave.
Yeah, just type in Dave *S Gaming Cave and you'll get there. And look, there she is, the lovely,
there she is.
There she is. Wonderful.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's always great when Dave joins us. Anyway, guys, we've gone over the 2 hours. I just want to say thanks to Dave. Thank you so much, my friend. Brilliant. Glad you could step in. Great insight to what you're playing. Jester, great to hear what you think, and just get well, for goodness sake.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
Because, geez, when you're miserable and ill, it's no fun.
It's no fun, yeah.
No, get well soon. And thanks, as always, to the 60-plus people that have come in and spent time with us talking nonsense. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, we love you all. And there's nothing you can do about it. Push that like button. I'll see you next week. We're on Jester's channel. Nate's back. And we'll see you then. So till then, as always, take care. Bye. Mwah. Oh, hold on. I'll end it in a minute. Stay there.